So just when we thought it couldn't get worse for our SoFi, it kind of did, right? We had a big report drop yesterday from Muddy Waters claiming some pretty big allegations against SoFi. SoFi also responded, so we've got to talk about it a lot, especially as those of us who are assigned SoFi in the 20s. If you are, definitely drop a comment and let us know. But we got to talk about this today, guys, because yesterday SoFi actually dipped just below $17. And the reason that we saw this dip, unless you are not aware of it, is Muddy Waters dropped essentially short, that they're shorting SoFi. Now, let's talk about this. I broke this down kind of in plain English on what this actually means for us, or what they're actually, what allegations they're actually making against SoFi, because a lot of this stuff can be kind of complicated. So there's really 5 big things, and definitely go read this for yourself. Just, go to muddywatersresearch.com or type in SoFi Muddy Waters, and you can go check this out for yourself. But high level, before we dive into the 5, why does Muddy Waters short these positions and then release an article? To make money. That is how this is the market that we trade in, guys. Welcome to it, right? That's the way they are financially incentivized to do that, right? And that is exactly what they've accomplished here, at least a little bit, maybe just for a short period of time. But here's what the allegations are. So the big one obviously is hidden debt. Right. So imagine this. Imagine that you told your bank that you owe like $50,000, in your house. Right. But you secretly have, another, $30,000 loan that you didn't even mention. Well, that's what Muddy Waters is essentially claiming that SoFi did. Right. They say, and this is the number right here, they say that they have $312 million in debt that isn't being shown where it should be. We'll see. We'll that will become true. We'll see what that actually means, right? To me, I'm impartial to this. Obviously, I'm Team SoFi. I still look at the past earnings report. I still look at growing numbers. Like, those are numbers that you can't lie, right? 1 million users in a single quarter added to SoFi. And I'm not here to defend SoFi blindly. I am not. But as somebody that is all in using the SoFi app and how much I love their products, their services, their investing, all of that, of course, right? I want them to be successful and get through any of these kind of situations that do inevitably arise. So let's look at the second one, fake charge-off numbers. What does this mean? Okay. So a charge-off is simply this, guys, okay? It's when somebody borrows money and doesn't pay it back, right? That's what it is, right? Maybe if you've ever been in a situation where you've got your credit card, charged off, right? Like, you've probably been in these situations. So SoFi is saying about 3%, 2.89%, you'll see that right here, 2.89% of their personal loan borrowers aren't paying back, okay? Muddy Waters saying the real number is 6, right? So let's just call it double, okay? That might not seem that significant to you, but here's why it matters. Because if more people aren't paying back their loans, the business is way riskier than it looks on paper, okay? Does that make sense? So, and I like to kind of simplify this. It's like a landlord saying only 3% of their tenants skip rent, when the real number is 6% of their tenants don't pay their rent. Okay, that's a big number. That is a big, that's literally double. Okay, number 3. Okay, student loans just to juice bonuses. This is, I don't know. I don't know, guys. But let's see. So SoFi, right? They have a massive big student loan portfolio, right? You may know that if you're an actual investor in SoFi. And Muddy Waters is basically saying that the only reason it exists is because of an accounting rule that lets SoFi book future profits today, right now, the moment they make the loan. Okay, and you know how they can fugazi all these kind of numbers to do what they got to do. But the point here being is those are instant paper profits that trigger executive bonuses, right? So so think about this. What is Muddy Waters claiming here? They're essentially saying that that management at SoFi is writing loans not to build a real business, but to get paid faster. I think that's an insane overreach. Okay, number 4, and then we have one more. I know we're going through a lot here, guys, but we need to be educated on this stuff. I didn't get a chance to really dive into this until really this morning, a little bit last night, just on it, just a family and stuff. But we've also got disguised borrowing. Okay, so SoFi has a program basically where they help connect borrowers with other lenders. Okay, so like, I don't know if you've ever used the SoFi app and you go in like to get a loan. They will show like what they're willing to give you, and then they'll also send you to other lenders as well and see their rates, right? And they call it a fee business, meaning they collect a small fee for making an introduction. If you know what like affiliate marketing is and stuff like that, kind of like that. All right, they make a little bit of money, okay? But fee businesses are worth a lot more to investors because they don't carry risk, all right? So what does that mean? So what Muddy Waters is saying is they're saying that's not what actually is happening, okay? They say SoFi is actually lending the money itself first, then selling the loan, and then calling the proceeds a fee. That's a bold claim. Right, so let me just kind of repeat that because that kind of confused me a little bit when I first read it. Right, they're saying that SoFi is actually the one lending the money itself first, then selling that loan to the lender, right, and calling the proceeds a fee. I don't know. Simple man's explanation. It's like a car dealer saying they earn a referral. This is good. It's like a car dealer saying they earn a referral fee when they actually are the ones financing the car. I don't know. We'll see. Last one. Management is getting paid to dilute you. All right, another very, very big claim. So this is the big picture claim that really ties all of this stuff together a little bit more, okay? So every time a company issues like new shares, right? Those existing shareholders, right? They own a smaller piece, right? That's dilution if you don't know what that is, right? They're diluting the existing shareholders, okay? I think most of you know that, but I'm keeping it all PG right here, okay? And especially for myself, when I read these kind of things, I need to be able to explain it and explain to me simply, okay? So this is what that means, actually with what Muddy Waters is actually claiming here. So Muddy Waters is saying that SoFi, it continues to issue new shares, which obviously hurts us as shareholders. But the way the bonuses are structured means that executives get paid more when they do it. So they're incentivized for dilution, right? So the people running SoFi are personally benefiting from moves that hurt people who own the stock. I don't know. We'll see. So basically kind of like high level overview, simple version of everything. And then we could look at SoFi's actual response here, which was very, very quick. So Muddy Waters saying SoFi's hiding debt. They're exaggerating how healthy their loans are. They're creating fake paper profits to trigger bonuses. They're disguising borrowing as fee income. And they're structuring executive pay in a way that rewards diluting shareholders. What am I upset about? I don't know. I'm kind of upset with SoFi's response. You can read it. You could pause. You could go to SoFi, investors.sofi.com. It's right there. SoFi basically says it's all wrong and they're considering suing. I don't know. I feel like there could have been more. I don't know what you guys think. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. I think there should have been a more of a response I would have loved to have seen. I mean, I understand the argument all of the time. Like, I understand the argument. Like, for example, like Muddy Waters is known for producing reports designed to erode shareholder value solely to allow short sellers to profit from a declined stock price. 100% agree with that. I definitely 100% agree with that. There's no question I agree with that. Everybody here is trying to fill their own pockets with their whatever they're trying to fill their pockets with, right? So obviously Muddy Waters, being a short seller, they want the stock to go down, right? And they want to profit from that declined stock. That is their business model. If that's their business model, can we blame them? Should we agree with their business model? No, of course not. But let's call it for what it is. That is true. Of course that is not okay. Like, not okay with me, but that's their business model, and who am I to judge, right? And what's interesting enough is their report also discloses their intent to begin covering a substantial majority, possibly all of their short positions immediately upon publication. But they have to do that, right, to cover themselves. And therefore, they stand to profit from their own misleading report, right? Of course. Of course they do. You know, I mean, obviously I don't know if that's probably not common sense for a lot of people, but they have to hedge, their risk as well. And we have reviewed the full report and believe it designed to deceive investors. So my thing is, I wish that SoFi went in a little bit more to explain a little bit more. Now, it may be coming, right? This came out yesterday night, like very quickly after. I think like a lot of the accounting practices and claims against that, I think are BS. I think those things are extremely heavily audited for any publicly traded company. But I do wish that they would have responded. I still love SoFi. I genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I love this company. I still have my puts in on my 17 puts expiring in about a month on SoFi. They'll continue to lower my cost base. I got the 17s in, right? So I'm still very bullish on SoFi long term. But I do wish that they would have. I do wish they would have responded a little bit more in depth with this. So we'll see what actually happens here. Me personally, I'm happy that SoFi did jump back up over 17. When I saw it dropped, like it was like 16.97, I got an alert on my phone. I was like, what is happening here? What is happening with our SoFi? But I still think the setups are incredible on SoFi. I don't trade the news, so until this is kind of a little bit the dust settles, for me, I am not going to necessarily be opening more positions on SoFi because I can't, nor do I want to, especially with going into kind of, I don't trade the news, right? But the premiums are insane. I'm excited for the next earnings, April 27th, a little over a month away, right? The premiums are insanely elevated right now on SoFi, guys. Look at this trade idea from Ark Picks. A cash secured put 58 DTE, but still almost 8%, pushing us out over, obviously, that expiration date intentionally. But the premiums are extremely juicy. Just be careful around that expiration if you're planning to open something. I wouldn't go much further out than April 24th. Looking at the 15s, even 3.77%, the 14s, 14 puts, almost 3% return on collateral with a 17 delta. Delta's out the window at this point. I don't care about delta. I'm looking all day at that return on collateral and what I'm actually going to be gaining. So huge news. We got to keep watching it, guys. If you want more training on what I'm actually talking about here with the Ark Options Strategy, how you could do this literally 15 minutes a day or 15 minutes a week, really, depends on how much you want to really put into it. But I think it's a fantastic investing strategy that everybody should at least learn about. Plus, at the end of that training, I give you my free trade log template as well as my 2 premium calculators, all for free. Click the first link in the description of today's video. That'll take you to that 90-minute training. And at the end of it, I give you all of these free resources, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.